This morning, I received an email from a Russian disciple of mine who is one of my earliest disciples in Russia. I believe he was initiated in the 1990s, who I hadn't heard of for quite some years. And I often used to ask about him when I went to Russia, any news of him, anything. But no, there was no news. So I more or less suppose that, well, lost forever. So I was very surprised and happy to suddenly get a mail from him this morning, which I'm going to read out and then reply to. So this is a reply to that devotee specifically, and I thought to share it with others, therefore this recording. I'll read the mail. Hare Krishna, dear Bhakti Vikasa Swami, please accept my respectful obeisances. After much thought and gathering my thoughts, I am writing you this letter. First of all, the most important thing, I admire your devotion to Krishna and your amazing determination in following Srila Prabhupada's mission of spreading the message of Krishna consciousness among people. Unfortunately, due to my carelessness, I have plunged into the swamp of material life and am now in Maya. I have gradually moved away from the standards of Krishna consciousness. Yeah, I guess that. And unfortunately, it's the story of many. Very unfortunate to take to Krishna consciousness and then go away. But I do very much appreciate your writing me this letter. I remember you as always that happy, smiling face, quietly doing steady service. Anyway, to get back to the letter. I understand the futility of material life, and I don't want to sink further into the illusion of material existence. I don't have the strength to strictly follow the principles of spiritual purity that I previously accepted and observed in Krishna consciousness. There are some reasons for this: failures in my personal family life, as well as problems with my health. But I know for sure that the main reason is my personal fault. It's me. I remember how I used to live in Krishna consciousness, how I served in temples in St. Petersburg and Vladivostok. My best experiences were when I was inspired and happy to serve on my way back to Krishna. I remember this and realize in myself the desire to go further to God in some way. I understand that I need to continue in some way, that I need to do something. I understand that I need to continue on my way, that I need to do something. The state of dissatisfaction I find myself in constantly depresses me. I don't want to leave everything like that and just burn out the rest of my life. I have no desire to stand still and degrade spiritually. After much thought, I have decided to inform you that I want to choose a different path that I can follow and like. I still respect and love you very much, and it would be disrespectful to your personality for me to leave and disappear without telling you anything. I express my gratitude to you for your attention and your concern for me, for such an insignificant person like me. My life has changed fundamentally thanks to you. I sincerely wish you all the best and the best that can be. Thank you so much for everything. Yours, unworthy and worthless. And then he gives his name. I'm keeping this anonymous. There's so much feeling here. There's so much genuine desire to go forward toward God. There's also admittance of personal failings sad to see you write about failures in your family life, because I remember your wife also as a very sweet devotee, and I also haven't heard from her. It seems that you're separated. Problems with health. Yes, I remember you were having so much problems with health. Now you want to go on in God consciousness. You want to move toward God. You realize the futility of material life. What a great boon that is to have that realization. How many people think like that? It's a saintly way of thinking. Manushanam sahasreshu kaschid yati siddhaye. Lord Krishna says, out of thousands among men, hardly one will even think about going forward in spiritual life and going to the supreme perfection. So you are a special soul. Anyone who comes to Krishna, anyone who seriously thinks about God consciousness, is a special soul. You say you want to follow another path which you can follow and which you like, and that you feel you can't follow the rules or the way of life of Krishna consciousness as you previously did. You don't feel the strength to do so. Now, let us consider. There is a general idea that, well, there are so many different ways to approach God. And yes, we certainly accept that there are many people who are committed to God beyond the boundaries of Krishna consciousness. Well, in that sense, Krishna consciousness really, if you take it in a very broad sense, there are no real boundaries, because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he says, Ye yata mang prapadyante tangs tataiva bhajami aham. As everyone approaches me, I reciprocate with them accordingly. So there are different religious approaches to God, but then let us consider what is the highest truth. I'm asking you personally to consider. I'm talking philosophically because we're talking about philosophy, the meaning of life, how to live our life in consciousness of God. And you're saying another path, but we have to see how much we can actually develop our love of God in any different system. And also consider that the rules that you committed to follow of no meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication, they're very important rules. And it's going to be very hard, practically impossible, to make any real tangible progress on the path to God if we don't follow these rules. And if we don't follow them, then we become implicated in sinful life. There are reactions for not following. We should consider that we are in this situation that we are in presently due to our past activities. That's a major influence, because in previous lives we have made serious approaches to God. Therefore, we have the opportunity in this life to come to Krishna consciousness. And because we have in previous lives indulged in various sinful activities such as meat eating, gambling, intoxication, and illicit sex, therefore we also have a tendency or a perverse tendency to want to continue with these activities, but they don't go together. They act against each other. Our aim should be pure love of God, pure, unmotivated surrender in pure love. And if we examine philosophically, we won't find any better understanding of God than there is in Krishna consciousness. And we won't find any path that so clearly directs us in God consciousness. So you don't feel the strength. Yeah, we're all very weak. We're all very weak. Maya is very strong. And we are all very weak. But we can get strength from association with devotees. We can get strength by praying to Krishna. So I request you, you're so kind that you maintain a loving and respectful feeling toward me. So in reciprocation with that, I simply request you, before quitting on Krishna consciousness, which seems to be what you're looking at, try again. Or stick to it at whatever level you can. If you're having difficulty following rules, at least go on chanting. Go on chanting the holy names of Krishna. Try to get some association. There are so many devotees in Russia and Russian-speaking devotees in different parts of the world. There have been, are, and no doubt will be many problems among the society of devotees. It's practically inevitable because we're trying to go against Maya, who tries to pull us back down, and we're trying to live a very pure and saintly life, which is very difficult in this Kali Yuga and very difficult being in the society of non-saintly people or people who don't understand this. But please try. Stick to it. Get good association. Get good guidance. Contact your old friends in Krishna consciousness. And if with a humble and pure heart, we are, at least as pure as I can say, humble and sincere heart. It is difficult to have a fully pure heart. No one denies. Even Arjuna stated that it's difficult to resist the temptations of Maya. So I simply request you to stick to Krishna consciousness or take it up again at whatever level you can. Chanting is the essence and associating with devotees. If you're in a situation where you can't thickly associate with devotees, for whatever reason, it may be there aren't any in your particular area, or you feel some discomfort with doing so, you can do so online, by phone or whatever. Simply, I request you, stick to this. Definitely, you will be benefited. There may be some embarrassment if you can't take to it fully, totally, at the level you were before. But just come in at the level you can and just go on. There's no loss ever in chanting Hare Krishna. Please take to it. These rules aren't so hard to follow. Being a vegetarian in Russia can be a challenge, but so many thousands of devotees and others are doing so. My humble request to you. So happy to hear from you after all these years. I probably wouldn't recognize you immediately if I saw you. We're all getting older, aren't we? Anyway, I wish you all the very best in your journey toward Krishna, and may Krishna bless you. Hare Krishna.